Do you want to start? Do you want No, sure.
You should do your little intro.
All right, hello and welcome. Hard to believe the fourth week of the Wellness Challenge is here, and hello to the viewers. We hope that we can get our fourth video to work, and it's hard to believe that we're already at this point. So thank you for everyone who's been coming all these times, and even some new faces today. It's nice to see you. I tried to do that little enticing. There are healthy snacks. I will videotape them to see what you missed by not coming. Anyways, for those who didn't hear, there is some homemade iced tea back there, which is natural tea with honey, avocado dip, and some oranges and crackers. So enjoy throughout the session. So, like we said, the fourth week of Wellness Challenge, and we had all those mid-results came in, so congratulations to the Cypress House Pink Panthers. They are leading with 281 after 2 weeks, but there's a lot of teams that are very close for second and third, so it's not within everybody's reach. So enjoy the last week. Kathy is here again for our fourth week to just talk to us about healthy eating. And there's lots of sheets that are there to pick up. Also, she's going to go through that there's a sheet. Obviously, our idea isn't just to be healthy for 4 weeks and then we're going to go back to all poor habits. We hope many of you probably already had the healthy habits before, but it's to continue that. So there's some sheets of different programs, activities that go on in our community that can help you continue to be active and healthy. Other than that, I think I'm going to pass it over. I do want to say at this time a huge thank you to Kathy for all of your time that you have committed into helping us with the Wellness Challenge, the nutrition component of it. We know that it's probably, I think for me, the biggest challenge is nutrition. Like, I don't know, I would just about rather work out and then eat everything I want to eat, but we know that that doesn't always work. So thank you, Kathy. I appreciate all the time and your expert knowledge. So enjoy, and here's our last week's session.
So, welcome everyone. For those of you who are new, my name is Kathy Knox. I'm a registered dietitian with the Cypress Health Region, and I've been doing the Lunch and Learns for the past 4 weeks, so this is our last one. So just as a quick review, the first week we talked about all the different factors that affect what we eat and our eating behaviors. And then the second week we looked specifically at eating mindfully, and there was an activity that you could go to online to fill out a eating assessment. Did everyone have success with that who tried it? Somebody last week said you never did get your results.
No,
eh?
and I never tried again. But
Okay.
I will,
Yeah. Because you fill out the assessment and then on that website they are supposed to send you the results. So I think maybe it was just the one person who didn't get the results. Anybody else have trouble with that? That's here? Okay. And then last week we kind of looked at the different types of hunger. So stomach versus heart versus head hunger. And there was a worksheet last week that you could complete for 5 points that you could kind of go through the day, and when you wanted to eat something you had to decide if it was head, heart, or stomach hunger. So how did people find that? Was that useful to just kind of make you think about what you're doing when you're eating? A few heads nodding, so it's just to make you think about it. It's not going to, make big changes, but maybe think about it when you're going to eat something and you're not really physically hungry. Make some decisions around what else you might do. Hey, so that's good.
Yeah. I realized I'm a heart eater, a stomach and a heart eater.
So Belle's a stomach and a heart eater.
Yeah. I thought I'd be more mouth, but it was mainly heart.
Okay, yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah, it's always kind of interesting to figure out where you're at. Okay. So today we're just going to go through some things you can do to kind of help make small changes. Because that's my focus always, is make small changes. To try to make the big ones sometimes sounds good to begin with, but it's hard to maintain it. Whereas if you can set small goals, it's easier to stick with those. So the one sheet is how to set SMART goals. I'll put it in front of the camera since Val's not here to do that, so maybe they can see that. But all of these handouts do get sent to participants. And so that will kind of be the activity for this week, as well as completing a SMART goal for yourself. Are people familiar with SMART goals, that terminology? Yeah. Have you set SMART goals before? Yeah. And how did you find that? Was it helpful?
Yeah, one step at a time, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
So
walk an hour a day.
yeah, just doing it one step at a time and stuff. Okay. So before you set a SMART goal, it's a good idea to kind of think about what behavior you want to change. So you might say, I want to eat more vegetables. Is that a SMART goal? No.
Not really.
No, because it's just a general kind of thing, or you want to exercise more, or any of those. So they're just overall things that you want to change or improve. So the SMART goals: specific, measurable, action-oriented, realistic, and time frame. So if you're thinking about a SMART goal that you want to set, someone give me an example of what is a good specific goal. If you want, if we go with the I'm going to eat more vegetables, how can you make that more specific?
Which vegetables?
Yeah, so you could say which vegetable.
How many? a day?
Quantity.
Yeah, how many a day?
Yeah. So how many per day? Or how much, like even the serving size for sure. Okay? So that makes it specific. How would you make it measurable?
Certain days of the week. Times a day.
Yeah, number of times.
Yeah. So number of times.
Or serving.
They kind of go back interrelate, like it's specific and measurable are often together. Okay. How about action oriented?
We need to have them or have them prepared.
Yeah, so I am going to eat. That is the action. It is part of that.
Getting your groceries is another action, like getting your vegetables, making sure you have it.
Yeah, making sure that they're on hand. Okay. So action oriented is you're actually going to eat them. And you also need maybe to purchase them. Okay. How about realistic?
Don't go from 0 to 6 right off the bat.
Exactly, yeah. So don't go from 0 to 6 right off the bat. So if you're say you're eating no vegetables right now. And you look at the food guide and it says, well, you need 6 to 7 servings. So going right to that is not necessarily very realistic. So don't go too big, those baby steps. And what about time frame?
I was just gonna go back to that realistic one.
Mhm.
Pick something obviously that you enjoy, because if you
Yes.
say vegetables in general, then and it's tough with families, because then some people like carrots, some like broccoli, and you're trying to pick what everybody likes so that it's easier to, more realistic to do. So.
Yes, definitely. So picking things that you enjoy,
Yeah.
the types of
That's
vegetables.
part of planning as well. So.
Yeah, part of good planning. Good. So time frame.
How long are you gonna do this for?
Yes. So how long?
When are you gonna start?
So how long, or when you're going to start? Oops. Good. So that kind of, if you were to write a SMART goal around the vegetables, you could say, I will eat 3 servings of vegetables each day for 1 week. Okay. Anything missing on that, or does that sound like a reasonable goal?
How are you gonna do that?
How are you going to do it? So how would you add that in there?
At lunchtime and supper. Like,
Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So each day for 1 week at lunchtime and supper.
But during the Wellness Challenge, 7 servings.
It might not be realistic, but you might not get all the points.
But we
in.
tried.
So, how's that? Does that look pretty specific and measurable and got a good time frame in that? Good. So yeah, you can do that with anything that you think you might want to change, no matter, try to keep it fairly small, but that's kind of the assignment for the week or the worksheet to do, is to work on setting yourself a SMART goal. Any other questions about SMART goals? Okay. So there were some handouts at the back, so hopefully you were able to pick some up. We've talked about the environmental factors that enter into our eating behaviors. So the one is called Craving Proof Your Environment. So it just gives you some ideas for how you can do that. So the first step, and this is one of the ones from Craving Change, which is a program that's offered through the Cypress Health Region, and it's on that sheet that's at the side there if you want to pick it up. So the first one is take the time to focus and enjoy eating. So that goes back to the whole mindful eating thing. Reducing your exposure to temptations, because temptations are absolutely everywhere. One of the suggestions is pay for gas at the pump or go to a full service gas station so you don't get tempted when you go in and pay for the gas that, maybe I'll just pick up a pop or a chocolate bar or something. Resist marketing and advertising strategies. One of those is making a grocery list and sticking to it. Taping TV shows so you can fast forward through the commercials if you have the ability to do that. Buy less and eat less. When we buy in bulk, we eat more. Kind of like the popcorn thing at the movies that we talked about. You got a big thing of popcorn, you eat more than if you had a small thing. Beware of the effect of variety. So when you have a lot of variety and choice, you tend to overeat. And that's, the typical thing at a buffet. So say, for example, Val had brought a lot more snacks and you had a lot more variety. It would probably be, you want to try a little bit of everything and you end up eating a lot more. Question the real value of a deal. So that relates back to things like supersizing or adding that extra. If you go often, especially fast food places, and you'll say, okay, you decide to go in, okay, I'm just going to get a burger this time, I don't need the fries, it's too much, I'm going to be too full, whatever. They always ask you, do you want to make that a meal and it's a little bit cheaper than if you just bought the hamburger itself. So trying to not fall into those things. And it's at the grocery store too. And I have to admit, I'm a real sucker when it says, 3 for $4. I always think I need to buy 3. Most grocery stores still give you the sale price if you buy 1. So then you end up with too much stuff. Number 7, out of sight, out of mind. So just trying to not have the foods that tempt you when you're eating because for emotions and not necessarily because you're physically hungry. And tricking your eyes is the last tip, and we did talk about that, I think. We talked about beverages in the tall, skinny versus short, fat glasses. You drink less if you put it in a tall, skinny glass of things like pop or juices or whatever, rather than the short, fat glasses. Or for dinner plates as well, using a smaller plate makes the difference. Any other ideas people can think of for... Those are just some ideas just to kind of get you started and thinking about it, and you probably have done some thinking about it already. Any questions or suggestions?
Anybody have any of those little tricks? I always like getting ideas from others, like, I guess preparation, right? Having them prepared. Somebody said the other day, I think, about actually having containers that are a serving size.
Oh,
I never thought
yeah.
of that. So if I'm planning the night before and what's clean is this container this big or the container this big, I just go with whichever. So someday I probably get 3 servings and the next one. I like that idea. Serving size containers.
Yeah, that's a good one for sure. Any others? Okay. Another one of the handouts is, am I hungry? And what are your triggers for head hunger? So that's more emotional type hunger. And so it's just a list of triggers, and that's something you can take home. You can tick off kind of which ones are kind of your triggers, and just again as a reminder that these are things that will cause you to overeat or eat when you're not really hungry, and so to either avoid the situations or do something different. So any questions about those? A lot of this we've kind of talked about as well. So, and then the very last one, there's just a list of 101 things to do besides eat. And there's a lot of different things in here, so if you feel like eating, take this list. And what were some of the more unusual ones? One was near the bottom here, it says, say stop out loud. So your family will enjoy that if you all of a sudden yell stop in the middle of the kitchen. They'll think they've done something wrong, but you're just trying to stop yourself.
Get a head start on your taxes.
Yeah, get a head start on your taxes. That would make me eat.
Yeah.
But it's different for everyone. So kiss someone. Valentine's Day is coming up, so there you go. Lots of ideas in here to get you started. Anybody else have an idea of something you could do besides eat?
My best bet is sleep.
Sleep. There you go.
I can't eat when I'm sleeping.
So, good. Are there any questions about any of the topics we've talked about or things that you thought of over the time of the wellness challenge that you would like some information about that I could maybe answer a question? Anyone?
Got a really well-behaved class.
I know, man.
They just know they're on tape and kind of scary.
I needed more sugar in my iced tea.
Well, that's all I have to say for this time. I thank you very much, everyone, for coming. Some of you have been here every time for the 4 weeks, and some haven't been able to make it as often. So hopefully you're able to view them online if you missed coming. And please fill out the survey. Did you send that out already, Val, or you will?
Yeah, that's a good point. No, it did get sent out. So whether your team captains has passed it on,
There is a survey, and I do go through it, and I try every year to make changes according to the feedback I get. So there's a survey monkey that the team captains got that should be passed on to you, and for completing that you get 5 bonus points, just trying to get more in. It's never going to work because I get all different feedback, right? So nutrition's the big hot topic. It's always like, well, yeah, but I gained weight during this wellness challenge. My husband's bailed on me because of that. But you know what? We can't satisfy everybody, and it's supposed to be more about the awareness and the fact that we're talking about it, thinking more about it, and then continuing it after this. So, but do give feedback in there, and we'll do what we can to see if we can change it. This was something that was brought up last year, was how can we get to the lunch and learns? We don't have lunch break. We live out in Herbert or whatever. So we thought, well, we'll video of them, and there's probably some things we can tweak on this too, but it was just taking that feedback. So please do that. Points will need to get into your team captains, and team captains are supposed to have them into me by February 17th. Takes me a little while then just to gather everything, and then after that February break, I will be letting the winners know. Again, there is one team winner, and that is an average of their points, and then 5 of the highest points for average will get prizes too. So that's how that goes. We changed this year that the teams have to be a minimum of 5 players, so that all comes from the feedback that we gather from you. Anyways, any more questions? Either Wellness Challenge, Kathy? We'll then eat some more avocado dip and oranges and iced tea. Enjoy the sunshine today, and thank you so much for participating. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Good stuff.
It's good to do that.
Was this my own?
It's my salary.
Yeah.